And there are two very important aspects of leadership, good leadership. When I say leadership means good leadership. A leader can be good or bad, you can call a leader. Leader is neither good nor bad, leader is a leader. But there are some attributes of a leader which makes him a better leader. Now, what are these two attributes? The two important attributes of a leader cannot be arrogant. A leader cannot be arrogant. Arrogance and leadership don't go together. If arrogance creeps into your leadership, it's a sure shot way of your downfall. A leader cannot be arrogant. Secondly, the leader cannot be reactive. Leader has to be proactive. There's a difference between a good leader and not such a good leader is the art of being proactive. You have to be proactive. You cannot be reactive. Reactiveness is not a sign of good leadership. You have to be proactive. You should be thinking ahead regarding the welfare, regarding the requirements of your people who follow you, your followers. If you are a chief minister of a state, the people of the state look up to you for proactiveness, not for reactiveness. Reactiveness is not sign of good leadership. Now, I have an example in front of me where these two things are missing: the proactiveness as well as there is arrogance in the way things are being done. Now, there is a very important issue being debated in Goa regarding the double tracking of the railway lines, Southwestern Railway Line. Now, these railway line, which is the double track of the line which is being laid out, is passing through the jungle area, forest area. It is cutting through the ancestral house of the people. So people are protesting against the destruction of the environment and the houses, the ancestral house being taken away. That's why they are protesting. See, now here I am not debating whether the double tracking is good or bad. I am not debating that aspect because that's for the government to see. If they feel it is right and it is required for the development of the state, then it is required, has to be done. But then we must do with the if we have to do this, then our aim should be to do this project with the minimum damage either to the environment or to the people who are getting affected by it. So we can put an effort to minimize those ill effects. That's what I want to say. You can go ahead because if it is in the need of the hour, then we have to do it. And the only thing is to minimize the damage to the environment and to the people who are affected by it. That's the only thing I want to say. Now, when this issue was being debated here, there are certain things which I feel are being done by the administration which should not be done. It can be done in a better way, which I feel which will show the leadership in good light. Now there is a statement by the CM of Goa State which reflects the arrogance. Which reflects the arrogance. It doesn't reflect the humbleness. A leader cannot be arrogant. Leader has to be humble, and leader, as I said, has to be proactive, not reactive. Now, see, I'll read out the statement which is there in the newspaper Times of India Goa, which is of Monday, February 22nd. Now, here this is what is there in the newspaper. I don't know since it's there in the newspaper. I'm reading, taking it to be true. It says can rehabilitate those affected by double tracking. The government will solidly stand behind the people when the government is supporting the people to in such a way. Why don't the people cooperate with the government? Now, this statement itself shows arrogance. Leader cannot be arrogant. Leader has to be humble. See, people who are there, they are your people. You are their leader. You cannot be arrogant with them. Now, coming to what I feel the leadership should have done. Now, the people who are affected by it, whose houses are affected. Suppose it is my house is affected. Say I have a house in a 1,000 square meter of land and my house is an old house, ancestral house. Now there are certain sentiments associated with that house. Now anybody whose sentiments are associated with the property, you can't just take away that property. That sentiments have to be respected. Now in the Arab country there is something called blood money. Now what is blood money? Blood money is nothing. Suppose somebody's somebody's child or somebody's relative or somebody's son or daughter expires in something because of some reason of somebody who by any action, for that matter, for that any reason, and has expired, then you pay to that family a certain amount of money which will overcome the grief of that person. Now if and you pay that amount to that person, and that person forgives you for that crime whatever you have done. So that means for everything there is a price in this world. Yes, it is. Now people will be ready to forego those sentimental values attached with their property if you pay them nicely. The state should be state should be humble. State should be magnanimous enough to pay to those people in commensurate manner. If I have a house which is ancestral house, my some sentiments are attached with it. I have a 1,000 square meter of land. If government of Goa says you take this 2,000 square meter of land instead of 1,000, and you take this 3 crore of rupees to make a new house, I'm very sure I will agree to it. Why will I not agree? That's what I'm talking about. The government should be, rather than giving this statement, can rehabilitate those affected by double tracking. What do you mean by can rehabilitate? You should have done it. You should have found a place for the people who are affected already, and you should have offered them before asking them to give up their houses. Why will they not agree? If you have already found a suitable place which is agreeable to them, and you pay them commensurate or more than the commensurate amount. You can't make a statement like this, can rehabilitate. What do you mean can rehabilitate? You should. As a leader of a state, you should have done it. You should have been proactive. You should have found all the places and given them, okay, so and so, this is your land. This land is twice the land what you have, or 3 times the land what you are. I'm taking away, and this is the money I'm giving you. You sign it and you take over, and then hand over me that house. And I want to make in the interest of the state a railway line there. Why will not people agree? People will agree. But the problem is, people want to take away without giving anything. And that too, a state administration. State administration is all powerful. They have all the means, all the resources. They can request the center if they don't have funds and ask them to pay for it. I am 100% sure that people will agree to it. If you are humble, if you are magnanimous, if you are polite, but this arrogance will not help. And this is what moves the people away from leadership. I'll show you this art. See, this newspaper is of February 22nd, 2021. And see the statement here, can rehabilitate those affected by double tracking. What do you mean can rehabilitate? You should be doing it. You cannot be arrogant. You have to be proactive. You should have done it already. And people would have not protested. That's what I mean to say. People would have agreed to it if you had given them commensurate amount, commensurate land. I don't think they'll protest. You have to request them. You cannot be arrogant. Arrogance in leadership is a sure sign of downfall. You cannot be arrogant, you cannot be reactive. When people protest, that is the time you realize that you have to pay them. That is the time you realize you have to compensate them. That is wrong. You should have been proactive, and you should have already catered for it, and then ask them to give away their things. I'm very sure they will give it away in the interest of the country and the state if you pay them commensurate and pay them in a polite and humble manner, not in an arrogant manner. Good leadership means humbleness and proactiveness.